What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back, and today, ever since I watched Invincible, man, that series, it kind of shook up the whole superhero genre. It was getting a little stale, and then we got this really amazing show called Invincible. We got season 2, and ever since that came out, I'm like, you know what, if they ever make a game for it, I'm going to play the heck out of it, and that's just what I've started doing here today. Invincible Guarding the Globe. Yes, the mobile game for Invincible, and exactly the type of game we like to play, an idle AFK gacha type game. It is here, and we're going to show you guys a bunch about it. This has a ton of awesome heroes. It even has the villains from the game. There's so many different stories, and yes, this game is going to follow the TV show version, because if some of you guys might be a little more into Invincible, there's like the whole comic and everything. There's a little bit of a different storyline. This one here is going to be kind of following the storyline, the world that is the TV series. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. Now, I've been playing this for a while now, and the best thing about it is all the systems are systems we are used to having on our Idle Heroes games that we play on this channel, and a few other games that we've highlighted in the past. This is a very simple game to understand. There's a few things you got to do every day, so if you guys really want a game that respects your time, it definitely feels like it. You can definitely get through a lot of content and then just, you know, AFK for the day. It's absolutely amazing. There's heroes, there's villains. I can show you guys like all of them real quick. Like it's just really amazing that you can go through. You can see every hero in the collection. Sadly, I've yet to get Invincible. I'm kind of sad about that. However, we did get Omni-Man, and we all know I think Omni-Man is kind of like one of the coolest characters in the entire game. You got all the heroes and everything. You have all the villains, including like the Mauler twins, which is just absolutely amazing. Kind of like one of the first bad guys we've seen. There are a ton of them in here, and of course there are different tiers of heroes, all that fun stuff. You have some of the, I guess we'll say on the show, weaker type heroes that might have played a decent role, and then there's a bunch of other ones. So far here, we're kind of focusing on some of our luck. We do have some summons to do here today, which I'm going to show you guys, but we mainly have Omni-Man as our main kind of damage dealer here. You can see down in the bottom corner here, there's some icons that kind of tell you guys what each hero is about. So you can see right here, he's a melee combat hero. He's all about speed and damage. We also have the Immortal, which of course is more of a defender tank hero here. So you can see we have an attacker hero, a defender hero. We have some others that are, you know, ranked attacker and stuff like that too. However, I've mainly stuck with our main heroes to kind of power up the heroes. Now, we did get lucky and get a second Omni-Man as tool, which is pretty cool. So there is a whole system in here, as you guys can see, to rank up heroes too. So if you get an extra copy of a hero, we get to rank them up, make him to a higher tier, and now we should be able to get some pretty much better progression with our heroes. So that's going to open up more levels for our hero too. So you can see we get some more levels, more power, increasing our attack, HP, all the things we know from even our game that we play here all the time on the channel, Idle Heroes. This is something you guys are used to doing. You're going to understand it at a very quick glimpse, and it's just really fun. Now, there are tons of different seasons and chapters here as well that you can go through. This is kind of like my alternate account right now. I'm trying to do free to play. I might have one that I've spent on a little bit. You guys know what we do. But there's a lot of stuff that you're used to. Daily challenges that give you additional rewards. You, of course, have the weeklies, which give you bonus rewards too, which is just, again, something we're so used to, including an achievement system, which actually gives a decent amount of summons too. I was surprised how early on, without using a single code or anything, which there actually are a decent amount of promo codes that I might be putting in the description. We'll see. But overall, a ton of really cool things that you guys are used to seeing and getting rewards for: shards, summons, all these different things. There is a daily login, so I wanted to make sure I had a new account so I can show you guys how there are the all new daily stuff. So getting heroes leveled up, continuing to do this, you're basically getting a couple different resources here. These like gem type, I don't know what they're actually called. GDA gem cases. So those are essentially the gems, aka the diamonds in this game. And yeah, you get a bunch of different resources for powering up your heroes. It has a very clean upgrade system, and you can see how like you can get just tons of upgrades every single day, which is really awesome. There are so many good events too. There's holiday events, everything. There's something for everybody out there, which is really cool. Now, before getting too far into this, don't worry, we're gonna have summons, and I do want to talk about the summons because the summoning system in this game is actually pretty sick. I really like it. But again, power system, you know, you have the typical team setups that we are used to seeing here. You want to put, you know, like your more tanky heroes in the front row. maybe some of your range heroes. And again, you can see there's a bunch of different types. So there's, of course, attackers, there's defenders, there's also like the support healers out there, which we technically only have one of them right now, but it's really cool how there's like a bunch of different factions and everything too. And you see you can have up to 5 heroes on your team, and you can see the enemy team. Now this is gonna go very poorly for the enemy, because watch what Omni-Man is about to do here. So it's really cool too. You can do a full auto system, so if you guys don't want to worry about pressing your buttons or anything, you got that too. For those who like going faster, there is a 2x button that you get completely for free, which I love. A lot of games nowadays, they gatekeep that like powered up faster speed of the game mode behind like a paywall. This game doesn't do that at all. 100% free to play. You absolutely get it. And you can see it's a very comic booky type game, and I really like the aesthetic of it. We've played a lot of like these kind of fluffier games out there. This one is not that. This is not a fluffy game at all, especially when you see the end of some of these battles. My goodness, if you guys have seen the TV series, I think you know what you're in for, because the game doesn't hold back on anything. If you've seen the show, you've seen Omni-Man, I mean, you can see right here, right? Like, it is not for the faint of heart. It is absolutely amazing, and the combat in this is something that you guys are used to. And if you love this aesthetic, I need you guys to do one thing. Use the first link in the description, the first link in the comment, whatever it is. Use our link to download the game, because this is going to help support the channel, and you guys get a chance to actually play a really awesome game. And Invincible is an IP that I absolutely love. Now, I promised you something. I told you. I mean, you guys know this is Barry Gaming. We are all about the gotcha pulls, right? Everything is about the gotcha, and this is no different. So if we head over to the shops, this has a really cool summoning system here. So one thing that's really cool is you can see right here, we have a couple different types of summons here, and you can get them in a couple different places. One of them is going to be a recruit all button. One of them is going to be a recruit one hero, and it depends on what type of summons you actually have. So you'll see here we have 5 heroes. If you hit this right button, you're going to get one of these heroes at random. If you hit the left button, you're going to get all of them. However, every single day you get some refreshes. Sometimes the refreshes are not so great, while other ones are much better. So you really want to hunt for those epic heroes. Now you can see we have 1,200 of these gems too. For the sake of this, I'm actually going to do a few refreshes. Sometimes you get really unlucky, like I am right now. Earlier, I found Omni-Man like immediately, and it was just so much better. Early game, I would recommend you don't do this, but for the sake of the video, you guys know what I want to do. I want to take all the heroes. Granted, we don't have to keep refreshing, because if we see some heroes we want, we can literally just recruit all of them, and we get all of the heroes in one go, and that essentially does refresh it as well. And of course, some of the heroes that you're not going to use, it will do it as well as a refresh. So if I see a bunch of heroes, I'm like, yep, I want all of those heroes. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to keep on moving on. We got Darkwing, aka, I mean, you pretty much know who the character's supposed to be after. Aquarius, all these heroes. And again, it does essentially like a free refresh for you, which is kind of cool. So this one here, I'm just going to do the single pulls for a little bit. Take some heroes. The rest of these are going to be all good, because no matter what, we're pulling a rare hero. And again, you kind of want to get the kind of summoning groups that have all rare heroes. That's going to be like the best option here. And then if there's a bunch of them, it doesn't feel bad using these single summons whatsoever. And then you see we get another refresh. So yeah, some of these are like, we're getting a ton of rare heroes, so we're going to grab all of them up, because in the early game, they're actually going to be pretty decent for you. I'm going to keep refreshing a couple times until I see the heroes I want. Oh, this is what you really want to see. You want to see multiple elite heroes with a rare, and I am taking all of them here. So it's kind of interesting how you actually get to see which hero specifically you're summoning, whereas in a lot of other games, you don't have that opportunity. It's a blind RNG chance, and you might get something, you might not get anything here. So this is probably one of my least lucky sessions right here of pulls. You see we got one hero. I'm going to just see if we get lucky on this pull. Oh, I thought we were going to get lucky. I thought we were going to be good. But you guys can see there are actually a ton of heroes in this game, which is amazing. So, you know, I'm going to take this one here. It's a bunch of rare heroes. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to gamble. I want to see if I can get Nightwing one more time. No, come on. We got one more. One last summon. Come on. I know I used a lot of my gems for refreshes. Yes, we got one more copy. Don't do that. Just don't do that. And then you can see our team is expanding, and you can use these resources you got from AFKing, from doing all these battles and all these challenges, and you can grind up a ton of rewards, and you can beef up your team with some more elite heroes and eventually build them even stronger. So really like this game, how it's kind of set up. It's just, it feels like the game, it feels like every game we know, except it has that really awesome feel of being like one of my favorite IPs out there. Like, yeah, Invincible is a very special, unique comic, TV series, whatever you want to call it. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And you see here we got a lot of rank up heroes too, so we got multiple copies. We can rank these heroes up to higher tiers, which then is going to unlock the capability of getting higher stats and everything, and it's really fun. There was one place I do want to talk about real quick, the GTA Ops. As you go on, you're going to get to more and more things, including PvP, but what I really like is there's just another additional way to grind additional resources by throwing heroes in teams here. So you can see right here, we can throw in a couple of heroes and battle. These are essentially going to AFK start farming resources, so we can just keep auto-filling all of these, and these are going to generate gold, these are going to generate experience, they're going to generate everything you need over like a short period of time. It doesn't take all that long, and you can just, as long as you have enough heroes, if you guys are doing enough summons, you can still autofill. Sometimes you'll get a lot of resources, sometimes you won't, but as you guys know, in any idle AFK game, any edge you can get, especially against the competition, is really good, and the story mode in this is really awesome. The early game is a ton of fun. The heroes are amazing. Omni-Man, I absolutely love this hero both in the show and I love him in this game. So once again, I just want to say, make sure you guys take 1 second, go to the description or the first comment down below. It should be pinned right at the top. If you guys want to play a really awesome AFK idle game and you absolutely love Invincible, especially, give it a try. If you guys have never checked out Invincible, this is the perfect time. Download the game. You can see a lot of the storyline right there. You can get some good victories like I do too, and you're probably honestly going to want to watch the show afterwards. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Use those links down in the description in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.